not sharing the screen. I guess now I
No,
can do it. Just give me a second. Hold on a second here. Okay. Can you see my presentation right?
I did the homework 24.
On Udemy. On Udemy. That's great. Then we can check together. Okay. But now focus on these activities. Okay, because you have to speak a lot.
Okay.
Okay. For example, Karina, these are the tasks that we have here. We need to improve our speaking a lot. We're gonna use vocabulary. If you don't know a word, I will help you. But you are going to learn while you are speaking, okay? For example, Carlos, how can I do this? Maybe you say you made a mistake with the grammar. I'll check the grammar right now. Te voy a ir corrigiendo en el camino y te voy a ir dando algunas frases que puedes usar, okay? So, let's begin. For example, Karina, what are the advantages and disadvantages of communicating in these different ways? You have having a face to face meeting, writing a letter, chatting online, having a video conference, and giving a lecture.
What are the advantage? Um, okay, having a face-to-face meeting. Uh,
You can use the structure that I shared with you last class, would be considered a good bad idea, basically because you can use it if you want.
okay. Chatting online will be considered the best way to have a communication. Basically, because you don't need it to move to a different address. It could be that a good advantage.
Oh,
Uh,
what about
uh,
writing a letter? What do you think?
Writing a letter. Writing a letter could be disadvantage because you can see the face of the person. Basically, because you can see the expression of the person.
Okay. What about chatting online? What do you think?
Chatting online was the first thing that I said a few
Okay.
minutes.
And what
Uh,
about the others? Having a video conference, giving a lecture? Is that a good
uh,
way?
I didn't read about having a video conference. I think it was the same of chatting online. Um, but I think that having a video conference will be considered a best way.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, Basically, because you can be around the world in, in wherever place, and you can talk with someone without take a plane or spend time outside.
Okay. Okay. So, for example, after after mentioning all of this, which one for you is the best way when it comes to communicating? Which one?
Having a video conference could be for me the best way to communicate.
Okay. So, and the second one, we're gonna do just two because I want to give you feedback. What are the advantages and disadvantages of each occupation? Self employment, working for a big corporation, working in a small company, volunteering, a part time job.
Oh, okay. Mm, the advantages of self-explain will be considered better for the people that like to have more time for it themselves for themselves, basically because you can arrange your schedule. um, but we have but it can have a disadvantage because you don't, maybe you can have at the at the end of the month salary, um a whole salary. So for me, working for a big corporation will be considered better because basically because a big corporation can have can give you more advantages like discounts, like an insurance, more advantage. Um, Actually, working for a small company sometimes could be more difficult because they give you more tasks than you can have, and it's sometimes more stressful. And in the case of volunteering, you can get some experiences, but you then the disadvantage of this is that you don't have a pay.
Okay.
Actually, a part-time job could be a nice choice if you don't have too much responsibility with your family and with the payments.
Okay. Thank you so much. Yes, you need sometimes linking words like on the other hand, for example, you can choose self employment and working for a big corporation. You can say when you are a self employer, for example, you don't have a salary at the end of the month. On the other hand, if you work for a big corporation, you do because you have perks, okay? Perks. You can use or the contrary. You can say
That's
despite,
fair.
you can say, for example, beneficios que obtienes de tu trabajo. Ir al gimnasio, descuentos, perks. You can say, despite the fact that you are your own boss, despite the fact that a pesar del hecho de que eres tu propio jefe, there are a lot of drawbacks. Hay muchas desventajas. One of them is that you don't have a salary. On the other hand, or on the contrary, if you work for a corporation, you will do. You see my point here? Puedes usar el despite the fact that. In spite of working for a company, in spite of working for a company, comma, you don't have time for yourself. Using my point here, maybe you could get a part-time job. Using my point, if you want to study. You can use the grammar. Puedes incluirla siempre para no sonar como que presente simple toda la vida. ¿Ok? A continuación vamos a ir practicando. No sé si te acuerdas que habíamos practicado antes el I have no regret. It poses a challenge. It poses a threat. It is no point. There is no point in. Estas expresiones nosotros tenemos que incluirla en nuestro vocabulario, al mismo modo que cuando incluimos palabras a nuestro speech en español. ¿Ok? Primero vamos a ir a la plataforma Anki. Perdón, vamos a ir a nuestra plataforma porque allí he agregado 10 expresiones súper sencillas que sí o sí tienes que dominarlas. Ok, voy a compartir pantalla. Ok, where is it? It is here. Está en advance. Como Sardo. Impersonal challenge. Intermediate. preposition collocations, ¿ok? Vamos a practicar y al mismo tiempo corregir nuestra pronunciación, ¿ok? So, preposition collocations. ¿Revisaste este material antes de la clase?
No.
Ok, perfecto. Tenemos la expresión at last. At last means finally, ¿ok? Finally. Finalmente, please read the first and the second sentence.
After a long journey, at last we arrived at our hotel.
Yes, our hotel. Our
Our
hotel. ¿Ok? Recuerda que aquí se pronuncia our y aquí se
or
punta at. So, at our hotel. At our hotel. ¿Ok? At our. ¿Quedó
our,
claro?
yeah.
At our. También
Right.
recuerda que cuando hablamos rápido pronunciamos el our como R. Entonces va a
Right.
ser R más R. ¿Cuál borro? El primero. Lo junto y ¿qué me queda? R.
Our,
So after a long journey, at last we arrived at our hotel. Our hotel. ¿Ok?
hotel.
Lo común sería es que ya estás eliminando mucho, estamos perdiendo sentido porque no dirías la
Or,
preposición at, entonces solamente haces este juego. At our, at our, at our. ¿Ok? ¿Podrías volver a leer, please?
After a long journey, at last we arrived at our hotel.
Hotel, así. Hotel.
Hotel.
La fuerza de voz en tell.
After a long journey, at last we arrived at our hotel.
Pretty good. Pretty good. Hotel. La fuerza de voces en tell. Hay una canción que es Hotel California que ha confundido a muchas personas porque dice Welcome to the Hotel California. No es hotel. Ellos han hecho hotel para que rime, para que tenga fluidez. Pero la correcta pronunciación es hotel. Lo mismo pasa con la palabra policía. How do you pronounce this word?
Police.
Yes, the correct pronunciation is police.
Police.
Police. Yeah, the stress is here, so you say police. That police is coming here right now. Okay? So at last, you get it? Finally, you get it?
I know. Yes.
Yes. So you can say, well, I had a busy day, but at last, I'm sleeping right now. Finalmente, I'm sleeping right now at last. Okay? On foot. What does on foot means? Do you know?
On foot.
A pie. A pie.
Well,
How do you say vamos a comprar a pie? Caminando, vámonos caminando.
on foot.
On foot, ¿ok? Dime, vamos a comprar y vamos a pie.
Shopping by on foot.
Yes, we can go to the cinema on foot. Okay? Good. Please read the sentence.
On foot.
The sentence, read it.
I usually go to work on foot.
Yeah, go to work. Go to work.
Gotta work.
Yeah.
Gotta work.
Go to, go to. You?
Work. Well, work on foot.
Ah, pretty good. Nice, Karina. Number 3, by mistake. What do you think it mean? Do you know?
Not meaning to. Not meaning to.
Por error.
Okay.
Por error. Por ejemplo, no sé si te pasó esta situación. Oye, envié el correo por error. I'm so sorry. Por error, sin querer. Okay? Sin querer, por error. Please read the first one.
I dropped the glass by mistake. I'm really sorry.
Yes, by mistake. Por error. I'm sorry. I dropped my cell phone by mistake. Por error. Super cool. Then we have.
Just me.
Ah,
Give me. I'm sorry. Give me a minute, please.
okay, don't worry, don't worry.
By mistake. I'm really sorry.
Okay. Next. Then we have in advance. In advance means de antemano. de antemano o con anticipación. For example, oh my goodness, you need to study in advance before the exam. In advance, con anticipación. Please read the first one.
We need to book the tickets for a seminar in advance, or we won't get a get a good seat.
Yes, we need to book the tickets for the cinema in advance, or we won't get a good seat. Okay, in advance. You can use, for example, oh my goodness, I have to study in advance. The exam is tomorrow. I don't have time. I needed to study in advance. Necesitaba estudiar con anticipación, but I have no time because the exam is tomorrow. Did you understand the expression in advance?
Yes.
Good. Next, this is super common. We have out of reach. Out of reach, which means fuera del alcance. Fuera del alcance. ¿Ok? Puede ser un alcance físico o un alcance mental. ¿Cómo es eso, Carlos? Imagínate que eres pequeño y no puedes llegar a la torre, ¿cierto? You can say, that is out of reach. Eso está fuera del alcance porque no lo puedes tocar, está lejos, fuera de tu alcance. Otra forma podría ser, por ejemplo, cuando tú te sacas 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, you fail the subjects at school, but you want to travel at the end of the year. So you say, oh my goodness, the trip is out of reach for me. Did you understand?
Yes.
Fuera de mi alcance. No es que no lo pueda pagar, sino que como me saqué malas notas, ya no podré ir. Está fuera de mi alcance. Okay? Pretty good. Please read the first one.
She tried to she tried to grab she tried to grab the cat as it flew away, but it was already out of reach.
Yes. Ella intentó coger la cometa mientras este volaba, pero ya estaba fuera del alcance. Okay? Look at this example. The job is out of reach. I don't have the right qualification for it. El trabajo está fuera del alcance. I don't have the right qualifications. You get it?
Okay.
Yeah, good. Number 6. For example, or for instance. For instance, okay? Here is an example. Aquí hay un ejemplo, dices, okay? You got that part, for instance, because we're going to complete right now, yep? Yep.
What do you mean?
For instance, por ejemplo.
Okay, okay.
For instance, por ejemplo, y es como decir for example.
Okay, for example. Okay.
For instance, otra forma de decir. In danger, en peligro. You are in danger. Don't walk very late outside because you are in danger. You would be in danger. You got in danger?
Okay.
Can you make a sentence using the word in danger?
I don't understand.
In danger, en peligro. Haz
Okay.
una oración utilizando la expresión in danger.
Okay. If I put my kid without a seatbelt, she will be in danger.
She would be in danger. Amazing. Okay, this expression is pretty common. We use without fail, sin falla. Sin falla, que significa que yo voy a estar ahí siempre. Okay, por ejemplo, ella sin fallar va a llegar temprano. Quiere decir que ella siempre llega temprano. ¿Has usado esta expresión sin falla?
No, without fail.
Yes. No, en español, sin falla.
No, la verdad que no.
Por ejemplo, cuando tus amigos dicen, oye, vas a ir a la fiesta, oye, pero tú eres bien falla, ¿ah? ¿No has escuchado esa expresión?
Sí, sí, eso sí.
Ya,
Pero sí.
ya. Entonces, igualito también en español tenemos la expresión, yo voy a estar ahí sin falla, dice. Quiere decir que
Sí.
siempre. ¿Ok? Por ejemplo, yo puedo decir, I get up at 6 o'clock a.m. without fail. Quiere decir que yo siempre me levanto a las 6 de la mañana. You get it? Without fail. You can include this expression to your speech. Okay? Please read the first sentence.
She visit her mother every week without fail.
Without fail. Quiere decir que ella la visita siempre a su mamá cada semana. Good. By chance. What does by chance means by chance?
By chance. Sí, de casualidad.
De casualidad. ¿Y qué significaba by mistake?
Por error.
Por error. Ok. No vayas a confundir by mistake and by chance. Este es sin planearlo y el otro es sin querer. ¿Qué es lo mismo, no? ¿Puedo decir by mistake o by chance? Por ejemplo, ¿me encontré 10 soles por error o de casualidad?
By chance.
By chance. No vayas a decir, I found $1 by mistake. No. You can say, I lost my money by mistake. Perdí mi dinero por error, you know? When I was on the ATM. By chance. De casualidad, por error. Please read the second sentence.
She found the perfect book by chance in a second-hand bookshop.
A great pronunciation. You got it. Can you make a sentence that the word chance by chance?
Sorry. I was shopping and I get a free
Discount?
pencil. I feel I was shopping. I get a 50% of discount by chance.
By chance. Estabas comprando y obtuviste un descuento del 50% de casualidad because you was the client number 1000 porque fuiste la cliente mail. Good. Then we have on purpose. Es lo opuesto by chance. ¿Qué sería on purpose?
A propósito.
A propósito. Please read the first one.
She left without paying on purpose. She left without paying on purpose.
Purpose. Look at it. Purpose. Purpose.
Purpose.
Ah, great. Trata de decir como una E la segunda. Mira, purpose.
She left without paying on purpose.
Ah, great, 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 great.
Purpose.
It wasn't a mistake, you know, porque fue a propósito. Can you make a sentence using this word?
My child throw away the remote control by purpose.
By purpose, because your kid wanted to do it, right? Porque el bebé lo quiso hacer, ¿sí o no? A propósito. O by chance.
On purpose.
On purpose. She wanted to do it. Next, for a change. ¿Qué crees que significa for a change?
Do something. Como que salir de lo habitual.
Yeah, para variar. Para variar. Okay? For example, please read the second one.
Let's have Italian food for a change. We always eat British food.
Ok, vamos a corregir un error que pude notar en el ejercicio anterior que también cometiste cuando pronunciaste la palabra ventaja. Ok. Primero, quiero que pronuncies naranja. Por favor, pronuncia naranja.
Orange.
Ya, pronuncia así, mira, orange. Che, orange. A ver, di orange.
Orange.
Yeah, pretty good. Termina como si fuera una che, ¿cierto?
Yes.
Orange. Pronuncia página. Pronounce página.
Page.
Page. Page. Pronuncia desafío.
Challenge.
Challenge. Challenge. Pronuncia ventaja.
Advantage.
Advantage. Aquí focus. Advantage. Advantage. ¿Ok? Ahora pronuncia cambio.
Change.
Change. Change. Ahora pronuncia naranjas.
Oranges.
Oranges. Focus on this part. Es como una Y vibrante. Mira, Y.
Oranges.
Y. Oranges. A ver tú.
Oranges.
Great. ¿Cómo sería páginas?
Pages.
Pages. Desafíos.
Challenges.
Challenges. Ventajas.
Advantages.
Advantages. Y cambios.
Changes.
Changes. ¿Ok? Entonces, aquí está en singular que sería change. Podrías volver a leer. Let's have Italian food for a change. We always eat British food.
Let's have Italian food for a change. We always eat British food.
Ah, great. British food o British, como tú gustes. Perfecto. ¿Ok? Una expresión que se me viene a la mente, expression that pops into my head is this one. No sé si tú has dicho en español, por ejemplo, oye, que Pepito, ¿ok? Que Pepito se haya ido, fue un cambio para bien. ¿Has dicho esa expresión? ¿O que él haya estudiado o ha sido un cambio para bien? ¿O no?
Sí.
Que Pepito dejase de fumar fue un cambio para bien. ¿Cierto?
Sí.
O también podríamos decir que desde que Pepito dejó de fumar fue un cambio para bien. Entonces, ¿esto cómo lo diríamos? When Pepito, ¿qué
Lives.
diría? Stopped smoking was a change for the better. When Pepito stopped smoking was a change for the better. You got it? Fue un
Yes.
cambio para bien. Es una expresión que la escucho seguido cuando hablamos. Digo, hey, that was a change for the better when Facebook was bought by Mark or by the other person. It was a change for the better. La nueva actualización, the new update for Instagram was a change for the better. You got it? Un cambio para
Yes.
mejor. Pero ahora, también podríamos cambiar así, mira. ¿Qué otra forma de dejar podríamos decir en lugar de decir stop? Un nativo, ¿qué diría? En este
Quit.
caso, no. Give,
Quit. Give up.
give up. Dejar un mal hábito. Cuando quieres dejar un mal hábito vas a decir give up. ¿Ok? Sería give up smoking. A ver, trata de incluir en la oración que cuando Pepito dejó el mal hábito de fumar, fue un cambio para bien.
When Pepito stopped smoking. Okay. When Pepito give up smoking.
Gave up
Was
because in the past
better.
was a change for the better. Ahora también, esto lo puedes cambiar, ¿no? De repente dices, when Pepito, or Pepito,
Giving up smoking.
giving up smoking was a change for the better, right? Pero si tú pones en Google, te va a salir good for him, bueno para él. Tú cuando quieres decir que algo es bueno para él, también it was a change for the better. ¿Se entiende? Fue bueno para él, fue un cambio para mejor. Da lo mismo, ¿cierto? Yep.
Sí.
Pero esto lo diría el traductor de Google. Tú tendrías que
Yes.
usar esto. Porque es lo que diría un nativo. Cuando tú pones que Pepito deje de fumar, fue bueno para él. Fue bueno para él. Google te va a dar, it was good for him. Pero tú dirías, when Pepito stopped smoking or given up smoking, was a change for the better. You get it?
Okay.
Y for a change, para variar. Next. On time. ¿Qué crees que signifique on time?
En punto.
En punto. ¿Ok? A la hora exacta. Tú acuérdate, on time, a la hora exacta. ¿Ok? ¿Cómo dirías? A pesar del tráfico, llegué a
Despite,
la hora exacta. Despite
despite the fact that the highway was full, I
Okay.
arrived at on time.
You got on time for the meeting. You were on time for the meeting, right? Yes.
Yes.
Por ejemplo, imagínate que tienes clases en el colegio, la universidad, el instituto, el trabajo a las 9 de la mañana, tienes una reunión. ¿Ok? Y llegas tú a las 9 de la mañana. You are.
On time.
Ahora, mayormente nosotros vamos a llegar a las 9, no. Tratamos de llegar 8:50, por ejemplo. Llegas 8:50, no hubo tráfico, 8:40. ¿Has llegado a tiempo para la reunión o no?
Before.
Sí, pero ¿llegaste a tiempo o no?
Sí.
Yeah. Vas a decir que estás in time.
On time. Sí.
In time. On time es a la hora exacta. In
Okay.
time, estás a la hora, but
Okay.
más temprano. Did you understand? Any questions?
No.
Oh, pretty good. Next, to my surprise. What do you think it means? To my
Para
surprise. Para mi sorpresa, I explained Pepito the grammar. To my surprise, he failed the exam. Le expliqué a Pepito la gramática. Para mi sorpresa, jaló el examen. ¿Ok? ¿Cómo dirías? A pesar de que le expliqué a Pepito la gramática, para mi sorpresa, él jaló.
Despite I explain.
No, impossible. Despite I
No.
explained.
Despite the fact that I take a long time explaining Pepito, she in my to my surprise he failed the exam.
Amazing. Despite the fact it took me a long time to explain, or too much time to explain Pepito the grammar to Pepito the grammar, to my surprise he failed the exam. Next, at once means immediately. Okay? Oh, you have to do the exam immediately. At once, right now. Okay?
Okay.
Next, in common. Do you know what in common mean?
Tenemos común.
En común. So, let's practice. Acá están los ejercicios. Hagámoslo. Ok, por ejemplo, la número 1. Please read and tell me the answer.
We paid for lunch.
¿Qué preposición iban con advance?
By chance?
No, dice advance. ¿Qué preposición va aquí? By chance advance?
Advance, not remember what it means.
In advance. De antemano. ¿Te acuerdas?
In advance.
In advance. Next, con mistake. ¿Qué preposición iba con mistake?
By mistake?
By mistake. Time. ¿Qué preposición iba con time?
On time?
On time era el único que iba con on, o también iba con otro más.
If it's
In
before.
time. In time, on time. Siguiente. Chance. ¿Qué preposición iba con chance?
Chance.
Which one?
By chance?
By chance. Con instance.
I love eating out in London. For instance?
Yeah, for example, for instance. Danger.
I think the cat is in danger.
In danger. My surprise.
For my surprise.
To my surprise. To my surprise. Lot common.
In common.
In common. Here's once. What preposition go with once?
At once?
With purpose.
Did you forget your purse? On purpose?
On purpose. ¿Ok? Entonces recuerda que tienes que usar estas expresiones para sonar más como un nativo. ¿Ok? Tampoco está aquí the change for the better. ¿Ok? For example, when I moved out to the US was a change for the better. Despite the fact that I have everything in my country, if I didn't travel to the US, I wouldn't work. Okay? You got that part? Great. Any questions about these expressions?
No, I will practice.
Yeah, you will practice. They are on the platform. They
Okay.
are on the platform. But now I have this my Anki. I'll share the screen right now. Can you see it?
Sorry, teacher, I want to apologize because I feel ashamed about the delay and the interruption. Sorry.
No, don't worry. That happened to me every day. When someone is studying, no problem. I understand. Okay? Let's continue here.
Despite the fact that my husband is here, my child is yelling right now.
Yeah. Despite
Sorry.
the fact that, yeah, no problem. Ok, let's begin here. Vamos a aprender más expresiones que tenemos que aprender sí o sí. Estas expresiones poco a poco las voy a estar ingresando a la plataforma, ok, pero ya no va a ser por medio de completar, sino grabado para que puedan practicar. ¿Cómo dirías en el improbable caso que, por ejemplo, en el improbable caso que gane la lotería, me iría a Cancún? ¿Has escuchado esa expresión? Have you heard that expression before? No.
Case this.
In the unlikely event that. In the unlikely event that. ¿Cómo dirías? En el caso improbable de que me regrese a Canadá, estudiaría inglés.
The unlikely event that I will return to Canada, I study English.
I would study English in the unlikely event that. Okay? Don't forget that expression. Okay, now I want to explain this part. Nosotros diríamos I would prefer, ¿cierto? ¿Qué significa I would prefer?
Yo prefiero.
Yo preferiría.
Okay.
I prefer to do something, prefiero hacer. I would prefer, preferiría. Luego tenemos I'd rather to do. Preferiría hacer. Mira, I'd rather do, I prefer to do, I would prefer to do. Ahora, los nativos también dicen el I'd rather, I would prefer, e dicen I'd sooner. I'd sooner, I sooner do. I
What's the
rather,
difference
yeah.
better and sooner and prefer?
Prefer es prefiero. Yo prefiero hacer. Mira, yo prefiero hacer. Yo prefiero cantar. I prefer to sing. I prefer
I,
to sleep. Prefiero. El would le da la terminación ría. I would prefer to do. Preferiría hacer. Preferiría dormir. You got it?
why is not will? I will prefer.
I will prefer es preferiré.
Okay.
I will prefer es preferiré. I'd rather y en I'd sooner significa preferiría. Preferiría es como decir I would prefer. Son sinónimos, ¿ok? Pero ¿qué es lo que pasa? Que después del sooner y del rather, ¿qué no tengo? La preposición.
La preposición.
Yes.
Ah,
Mira, I rather, I sooner. I would prefer to. I rather
bye.
to. You get it? LOL.